Good morning. Good morning. How are you? It's Mun freaking day. How does that feel? I don't know. I'm going to give you a moment to catch up. For those catching the replay, thank you for connecting in and joining us. Please feel free to still have some conversation in the comments. I think the biggest thing that was blowing my mind today as I was getting ready to come chat with you is the fact that it's the 23rd of January. Just anybody else have January completely disappear from them? It's been exciting. It has been a really busy month. And I was hoping, I'm going to be honest. I was going to say, I'm not going to be honest. No, I am going to be honest that I was hoping January would be a slow month, that it would stay feeling a bit hibernation-y because the like New Year's on January 1st doesn't always feel like New Year to me. I don't know if that lands with anybody else or not, but it always kind of just feels like you're in the middle of somebody described it last night as hangover, like Christmas hangover. And yeah, you're just in the middle of this blah sort of relax, sort of check out from the world kind of time frame. And then it flips this new year. So I don't know if it lands more lovely with you. Great foam in my coffee today. Um, if it lands more lovely with you to follow, say, the lunar calendar. So it was Lunar New Year over the weekend, also known as Chinese New Year. And one, that snuck up on me too. And so we got to see if our friend Judy is available to come and connect with us and talk about what this year is going to look like. It is the year of the rabbits, the water rabbit, in fact, which is supposed to be what I'm told, what I've read, is that it's a really great year of hope. So if you have felt kind of down, kind of hopeless, kind of stuck in the last 3 years, this year is giving you the opportunity to sort of change that around, feel more hopeful, feel more optimistic, feel more like moving forward. So I think that's really exciting. So we need to get Judy on to talk a little bit more about what that looks like. I personally find that I am more seasonal. I don't know. I love spring. Spring is when I feel like it's the new changeover for me. But it's been a really exciting month. Lots of cool things are going on. Lots of great things are coming up. I'm excited to be expanding some of the work that I do in some new areas and can't wait to share some of that information with you. I think it's kind of cool. But yeah, how's your day? How's your weekend? What's going on in your world? My sweet baby child turned 14 over the weekend. So that was, that's big. It's really big. Good morning, Candace. I hope you are having a great day. Sorry, I'm just getting messages all over the place. What else do you know? Really, it's just not only has this year gone by so quickly so far that we're almost at the end of January, as I reflect, I feel like the past 14 years have gone by really fast, if I may say so. Candace, glad to see you survived. Yeah. Having more than one 14-year-old boy in your house can be intense, especially when you're the mom of only one child. You're not used to the craziness of multiple children. So, again, I always feel for my friends who have multiple children. Good for you. You are a stronger woman than I. But it was fun. We had a good time. But I wanted to pop on and say good morning to you this morning to try to get back into routine. I mean, we killed it that first week, didn't we? We had all kinds of guests. So Candace, who's here, she's going to be on to chat with us very soon because she's got some cool things coming up that I can't wait to share. So Candace, remind me when I connect with you later that we need to book you in for a virtual coffee club so that you can tell everybody about the cool things that you have coming up, which I think is going to be really cool. And yeah, my friend Jocelyn, she's going to be back that you met a couple of weeks ago because she's got some very cool things coming up. And it's just all around good times. Oh, last night it was kind of cool. I went to something called a sound bath, which I feel like I've talked about it a little bit before on the show, but yeah, it's one of those experiences that's hard to describe. However, I would really, really love for you to come and try one of these out sometime. And what it is basically is there's these pure clear quartz bowls that are made. And then there is somebody that is trained to play these bowls. And they make these really, I don't even know how to describe the music that comes out of these bowls. It's very melodic. And I don't know this for sure, but this is what my gut tells me, is that each person would actually hear the bowls differently, because I think that these bowls give you sound that is what your body and your energy is needing at that time. It's just a really cool experience because you're basically just going and relaxing, and you're allowing the healing effects of these bowls to come through to you. And they say they've done scientific research on it, and there's some differing sort of results in that. But one of them is that, the sound and the energy that is given to you in that night never leaves your body. For some, they say that it lasts 4 to 5 days. And what it can do is just really allow emotion to come to the surface. It allows healing to happen. It allows you to just absorb some beautiful high energy vibration into your body. It's so cool. And then at this particular event that I was at, Samantha is the sound bath engineer, and Christina is the holy fire Reiki person. And so while you're relaxing, there's Reiki that's performed. Again, something else that is a hard to describe experience for people, but it's using universal life force energy to allow some healing in your life. And it's just an overall beautiful experience. And they did it in High River at the Big Red Barn last night. So it was fabulous. More will be coming up. I'll try to remember to share with you on here, but so exciting. Such a cool experience. And I love experiencing new things and experiencing them from people who are passionate about what they're doing and why, and what brought them to that modality and to that place. And I always find those elements really, whether I'm into them or not, whether I leave with being like, yes, I want to do that again, or man, that was weird, or or that was beautiful and epic, like every single thing that you try, but being open to trying something new can be really exciting sometimes, because it just allows you to take part in the human experience. It allows you to try somebody else's passion, which I think is kind of cool and fun. And I love hearing about what lights people up. That's one of the cool things about connecting in community, is that you get to figure out and you get to learn about what lights other people up. And I like that. And I don't know if you want to share, if you feel like sharing in the comments this morning or whenever you catch this video, is I would love to know what lights you up in the comments. Let me know what some of those things are. Now, if you're following me of any kind lately, the something that lights me up is sharing meditation with people. And that has been such a really cool journey. So that's my example of sharing with you something that lights me up, is sharing meditation with other people and being able to experience something fun together, and how that affects people is each one of their journeys. So what lights you up? What is one of those things that lights you up? An exceptional cup of coffee will also really light me up. Yeah, good point, Candace. Thank you. She says, I think when we try things, we need to remember that the results might not be instant. It might be later in life, and you won't realize it's connected you to that thing you tried. Yeah, it's so many things, right? We have no idea till later, but it's just the opportunity. It was kind of interesting last night. One of the elements before the sound bath took part was a bit of drumming. And the lady was sharing with us that, back in times of when, for example, back in the early times when there was, say, slavery or other forms of oppression, that playing music was often oppressed, and being able to play a drum or sing or do any of those things was frowned upon, and you were silenced in a number of ways. And so she gave us an opportunity in that moment to recognize the privilege that we have in being able to play a drum, to make some noise, to do something that we feel called to do. And I think that's an important message in a lot of what we do. And I feel like that word can make people feel uncomfortable or even on guard at some points, because privilege gets used in a lot of ways to ignite self awareness, to ignite admission of ignorance, which I don't think as humans, when we're prideful, like to admit. But I think the thing about it is I admit mine all the time. Ignorance is huge. What's bigger is if you choose to stay in it or not. So, yeah, I think it's an interesting word. There's some activating type words, which, you know what, I kind of like. I kind of like when we say something and it chooses to activate us a little bit. And then we can get curious, right? The more that we can get curious, that's one of my girlfriend's favorite words. Is her podcast is called Curious AF. Getting curious about things is what leads you to growth, at what leads you to the next opportunity, at what leads you to the next learning opportunity. It's fascinating, right? So get curious about all the things of something. And when I say activating, some people like to say trigger, but I think trigger has a really negative connotation to it and doesn't always allow you to get so curious. So again, I steal this word from my friend Jen, activated. And it's becoming part of my vocabulary, in that what's yeah, lighting you up the opposite direction could even be. Does that make sense? So, yeah, get curious this year. I hope that's one of the words that you could bring into your world, of getting curious about different things in life. And what path does that take you down? And have some fun with it. Oh, I love this, Candace. I'm going to share yours. She says, what lights me up is time with my girlfriends, connecting, dreaming, goal setting, planning. They just make me have the excitement back. I love that. I love that. So what lights you up? Feel free to throw that in the comments and share what lights you up today. I don't know. Sometimes a good book can really light me up. I've been diving into Prince Harry's book over the last few days and trying to not binge it all and stay up till 3 a.m. and try to slowly read it. But it's a good gossip session. It's interesting. So we'll have to see how that goes. But have a little bit of fun with whatever you're going to read next. I feel like I have so many books because lots of people have been sharing, and then I'm like, oh, I want to read that one too, and I want to read that one too, and I want to read that one too. So we'll hopefully get some more people to share over the next coming. Did I watch Meghan and Harry on Netflix? I did. And it did blow my mind also, because it changes a lot of perspective. It's interesting. But I was having a discussion with someone about the book, and their take was really still just like, oh, it's just gossip. It's just Royals gossip. And it was fascinating to be able to see in the other side, but it is what it is. And no real compassion for Harry, which I'm finding an interesting amount of that from the Netflix special, from the book. Yeah. It's interesting. Has anybody on here, Candace, have you, because I know you're a big book person too, have you listened to books on Audible? Because I've heard that the Prince Harry book on Audible is awesome because it's him reading it to you. And I've heard that about Matthew McConaughey's book because it's him reading it to you. And I haven't read a whole lot of books or listened, I guess, to a whole lot of books, but I've been challenged to listen to one of Kevin Hart's, because Kevin Hart, who's the comedian and actor, does a ton of books on Audible, and he's got a new one out called Monsters and How to Tame Them. And I'm really excited about listening to this book, but I haven't done it. So Candace, I'm an Audible queen. See, I knew you would. I'm going to get it right now on Audible. Yeah. I ran into somebody else who'd said, yeah, do it's Prince Harry reading to you. So it's very cool. So you might want to do that. I'm going to grab this Kevin Hart one and listen to my first listening book, which it's funny I don't listen to them more because I'm such an Audible person, but I think that I was always concerned. Now, if it's a celebrity reading their celebrity book, that's one thing. But if it's just any old voice reading, I was worried that I would hate the voice, that I would be too it's so many years of being a radio person that if you don't like the voice, you can't get into whatever you're listening to. I know that that affects me with even listening to radio to date, is if I don't appreciate the sound that that announcer makes or the way they express themselves, I can't get into listening to that station. It's just, I don't know if it's an occupational hazard or what, but I'm going to give it a try. It's my new year, new thing. I'm going to listen to a book from Kevin Hart and share. So there's a company called Key Instincts that I work with, and they are doing a book club. So you might want to check that out. We are listening to Kevin Hart's Monsters and How to Tame Them. So just another book idea. But wanted to say a quick hello to you on this Monday morning. I hope you are having a fantastic start to your week. Remembering how to say it properly. Gong Hei Fat Choi is how you say Happy New Year for the Lunar New Year, Chinese New Year, and wishing you an exceptional day. And I'll see if I can get Judy to connect with us maybe on Wednesday morning and tell us a little bit more about the Year of the Rabbits and what we can expect, because I think that's always kind of cool to check out. Have an amazing rest of your Monday, my friends, and we will see you back here on Monday. It is Monday. So Wednesday. We'll see you on Wednesday morning at 9:30. Wednesday morning, 9:30. And Candace, I'll be calling you soon. Have a great day, everybody.